Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A couple of serious storms in our region, this one in South Dakota. Our storm chaser, Eric Whitehill, sent this back to us about 45 minutes ago. He's near Britain, South Dakota, where a tornado warning was in effect there. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Plenty of dark clouds and some scary sights out there. Let's head over to Hutch to see what we can expect throughout the rest of the night. Hutch?
Well, many of us will be quiet, but for the few that do see thunderstorms tonight, guess what? These have been really blossoming into some strong thunderstorms. Now, the main threat tonight's going to be very large hail, up to 3 inches in diameter, and gusty straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour are possible with these storms as they blow through. But we have had some storms showing signs of rotation, and severe thunderstorms can sometimes produce tornadoes. Now, there is a storm warning, severe thunderstorm warning for the southern portion of Lemoore County, Edgeley to Lemoore, and in northern Dickey County. And this storm producing a little bit of lightning, hail up to 2 inches in diameter as it moves east about 25 miles per hour. But this storm is also showing some tight rotation. As we take a gander just to the south of Edgeley, we're seeing some greens next to reds, and that's a pretty classic symbol of a rotating thunderstorm. Not only that, a tightly rotating thunderstorm. Now, that rotating part just south of Edgeley, moving off to the east at about 25 miles per hour, we'll have it near Maricourt by 6 now, and 6:54 on the outside of an hour near Lemoore. So we're monitoring that storm. That's a dangerous cell, and we'll continue to monitor the storm here near Lake City. A lot of lightning, and this one is where our storm chaser right now, Eric Whitehill, is on. Here's a look at his video one more time. We've seen wall clouds and scary-looking clouds from the base of this right now. A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect. This storm also continuing to show signs of very tight rotation. As we take you back to Max 1 now, Eric is right near Lake City right now. That's where you were, and there is a signature on our radar of a possible tornado vortex structure. So the inside of the clouds in that storm spinning very tightly. 1 to 2 inch diameter hail from that cell possible as it moves. It will be very close to Lake City here by 6:14. Now we have Dickey County warning for Ellendale and Forbes on the southern side of the county as well. Large hail potential from this cell has been continuing upwards of 1 to 2 inches in diameter. And west of Fargo Moorhead right now, as we take a gander at these cells that are out there, very hazy skies, large hail potential, and some images showing a potential for sizable hail from this cell, as well as rotation as it's making its way through. Here's a look at our sky cam, our tower cam, keeping its eyes on the skies on this cell for you. And we've been watching the base of the cloud. We have seen wall clouds, the lowering of the cloud base. Hard to tell at this distance if it's rotating or not, but we'll continue to monitor it right here. And again, we'll keep you updated on storms throughout the evening. If they approach your area, just remember, seek shelter, stay away from windows, wind damage possible from all these storms, a tornado not out of the question. So remember your tornado precautions as we head into the late evening.
Hutch, if I can ask you one question. A lot of folks may be wondering about heading downtown for the street fair. Dangerous weather out there, but if you had to make a forecast, is there going to be rain in the Fargo Moorhead area?
Well, not only that, I think we could have some wind and hail, especially in the northern side of town, not far from where all the events are going to be taking place. So within the half-hour to 45-minute time frame, this storm is heading our way. We'll keep tracking it. Update you later.
We'll know. Thanks.
Yep.
Another incident near another community pool. Someone called West Fargo police saying a man appeared to be watching children. Police discovered he had an outstanding warrant for his arrest. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric explains what has the community so concerned.
Be aware of your surroundings, make sure that nobody's creeping on you.
This man, Paul Beaton, was arrested Thursday night here near the Veterans Memorial Pool. Someone reported to police he was watching the kids swimming. Beaton was arrested on an outstanding indecent exposure warrant from Fargo.
It dawned on me that I'm in a city now, and that's kind of freaky. But, you just got to watch people.
It's always concerning when we hear about predators and people that are invading our privacy, for sure.
Campion is moving to the neighborhood near the pool soon and has brought her youngsters here a few times already. She says as a mom, the fear that there could be people out there who want to do bad things to children means she is always looking around.
My paranoia is that, if they're not in my eyesight, then they're possibly going to be lost, and it's possibly going to be to somebody who has bad intentions.
It's not only in the Vets Pool facility, but we do have a park area that surrounds it as well too, and we want to make sure that all our patrons are safe while they're swimming here at the pool.
Erbstesser says even though the man was arrested near the pool, not on Park District property, it does not diminish the importance of safety in the area. Most pool patrons I talked with say they feel plenty safe in the neighborhood and are shocked that something like this could happen here. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
The warrant out for Paul Beaton's arrest stemmed from an incident that occurred earlier this month in Fargo, where he exposed himself.
After one mom was told to cover up while breastfeeding at the Romkey Park pool in Moorhead, dozens rallied around her at what they called a nurse-in. Today, moms brought out their kids to swim, chat, and if needed, breastfeed in public. According to Minnesota state law, a woman is able to nurse her child openly in any public place. The group says this nurse-in is a way to educate others about breastfeeding rather than protesting the pool. Some of the people we talked to who are not involved in the nurse-in support their effort.
I believe that you should be able to. I think that if you make the choice to feed your children in that way, that kids have to eat when they have to eat, and when they're really little, they have to eat very frequently, and you have to carry on with your life, especially if you have older kids, so you'll have to do that wherever you are.
The director of Moorhead's Parks and Recreation Department says a staff member simply made a mistake. She says today's awareness is fine, and we invite them all in.
Fargo police were called to help control traffic for congestion at the Islamic Society of Fargo Moorhead today. A feast was held to celebrate the end of Ramadan, a holy month celebrated by Muslims all around the world and right here. Police were originally called because someone was upset that their car was getting impounded. The Ramadan feast was just finishing up, and police say the amount of pedestrian traffic was so overwhelming that they just needed extra patrols and called them in to ensure everyone's safety.
After we shared a story with you last night, a Fargo townhome complex has made some changes to their parking signs. Candlewood Suites replaced their handicap parking signs with employee parking signs, but have since now taken all signs down, leaving the spots as open parking. A Fargo man raised concerns, saying that not only was it illegal to replace the handicap parking spots with employee-only parking, but unethical. We're still waiting for a response from the city of Fargo on the legality of the issue.
The western North Dakota oil boom has slowed, but a major population boom, along with severe lack of attorneys, remains. UND's law school has started the Rural Justice Program to help solve this problem. As construction wraps up on the $11 million renovation project at UND's School of Law, some of its students have also been busy out of the classroom working as interns in western North Dakota. They're working in court systems and with private attorneys.
It's meant to help them build support networks, to help them appreciate the quality of life they would enjoy in that community, and to help them see how important it is that we place lawyers in those communities where people need them.
The Rural Justice Program is made possible by a gift from the estate of Edson and Margaret Larson of Mayville. Law students are given $6,000 to spend the summer working at law firms and courts in North Dakota.
A Detroit Lakes veteran says he's shocked and angry after a patriotic symbol was stolen from his front yard. It was a homemade wooden life-size bald eagle statue that a Korean War vet made many years ago.
Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop spoke with the man who says this statue was much more than just a wood statue.
God to do that.
82-year-old Keith Belfi loves his family, flag, and country. That passion can be seen inside and outside of his home.
I've had a flag flying on my property almost all my life.
He, along with his father, twin, and older brothers, all served their country and take patriotism very seriously.
Here is my favorite pose, saluting the flag.
Keith was angry and surprised to find his hand-carved and painted bald eagle taken from the bench in his front yard on July 4th.
I was hurt and I was angry. Why would anybody take something like that? You know, for what reason? Did they like it? Did they dislike it? Did they know me? Know how significant it was for me? I have no idea.
Keith was touching up the 30-pound statue that he's had for 20 years. He was planning to mount it on his shed. Liz Harmon, Keith's daughter, wants people to know how much the statue means.
It was from a person and from a person's heart. And things are things, you know, they can be replaced. But our veterans are people. And to hurt them further beyond the time they served or the injuries they sustained, which makes me cry when I think about that. That, you know, why would you do that?
This is just one side, and there's a duplicate of it. So it sits like this.
Keith already has plans to start rebuilding his life-size wooden eagle, but wishes it does not have to be this way.
It would make me feel good that they had a conscience and brought it back. That would make me feel good. I'm a forgiving guy. I'd be willing to forgive.
Keith says he would even be willing to help the thief make his own eagle. In Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Well, the family asks, if you have the eagle or you know where it is or anyone who has it, please return it to the American Legion in Detroit Lakes.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, plenty of smiles and tears as well. Meet the newest Americans in the Red River Valley.
Severe thunderstorms continue to roll through the Southern Valley. Your hour-by-hour forecast is coming up right after this.